Some people hear the name of a politician they dislike, and immediately, boom, they shut down, as if their political opposite is incapable of ever saying something true or meaningful. And let's be honest, one of the clearest examples of this is President Donald Trump. I know many people who the moment his name is mentioned, emotionally they shut down. But that reaction is a mistake. Pirkei Avos, Ethics of Our Fathers, gives us a different lens. Ben Zoma famously taught, Ezehu Chacham, who is the wise one? Halomed Mikol Adam, one who learns from every person. Wisdom means refusing to let your biases blind you. It means being able to hear truth even from someone you don't naturally align with. And just two Mishnayos later, Ben Azai adds another layer. Al ti'boz l'chol adam. Do not dismiss any person, because every human being has a moment, a spark, a truth that they can offer. Put these two teachings together and you get a very powerful message. Don't get stuck on the person, focus on the message. If you want to invalidate the messenger, you'll always easily find a way. The real question is what is being said, not who is saying it. And that brings me to something remarkable that happened this week. This year, 2026, America celebrates 250 years of independence. And this month is Jewish American Heritage Month. In honor of both, the President of the United States issued a proclamation. The most powerful political figure in the world encouraged Jewish Americans to observe a national Shabbos. And I quote for you from the proclamation. Throughout this historic year, we rejoice in the triumph of the American spirit and rededicate ourselves to the cause of liberty and justice for all. In special honor of 250 glorious years of American independence, and on the weekend of Rededicate 250, a national jubilee of prayer, praise, and thanksgiving, Jewish Americans are encouraged to observe a national Shabbos from sundown on May 15 to nightfall on May 16. Friends, families, and communities of all backgrounds may come together in gratitude for our great nation. This day will recognize the sacred Jewish tradition of setting aside time for rest, reflection, and gratitude to the Almighty. End quote. Now let's stop and appreciate what just happened. This wasn't a rabbi. This isn't a Jewish organization. This is not a Jewish outreach program. This was the President of the United States encouraging Jews to keep Shabbos. Who could ever have imagined such a thing? I certainly never did. And I know some of you listening may feel allergic to hearing something positive coming from this particular man. But let's be mature enough to pause, breathe, and recognize how extraordinary this moment truly is. Because as Jews, we know something deep. More than the Jewish people keep Shabbos, Shabbos keeps the Jewish people. In today's world, where every one of us is glued to a screen, where our phones buzz more than our hearts do, the gift of Shabbos is more needed now than ever. I know people who aren't religious, who don't know the halachas, who don't keep Shabbos in the traditional sense. But when they unplug for a weekend, when they put the phone away and spend time with family, they feel uplifted. They feel human again. Their spirit rises. This week we read a double parsha, Parshas Behar and Bechukosai. We finish Sefer Vayikra, the book of Leviticus. And as we conclude, we say to each other in shul, Chazak, Chazak, v'nis chazek. Be strong, and let us strengthen each other. And what is the final pasuk of the portion of Behar? Almost out of nowhere, unrelated to the surrounding topics, the Torah ends with these words, Es Shabsosai tishmoiru umikdashi tiro ani Hashem. You shall keep my Shabbos and revere my sanctuary. I am God. It's as if Hashem himself is pleading with us, the Jewish people, please keep my Shabbos. Now, I don't think that President Trump knew that this pasuk was in this week's parsha. He doesn't exactly give off that vibe of someone checking the parsha of the week. But the message he delivered aligns perfectly with what we're saying in this week's parsha. Not for his sake and not for politics. For us, for our families, for our souls, and for the Master of the universe, the Ribono Shel Olam. Yes, it may take effort. You might need to rearrange your weekend plans. But that's why we say Chazak, we strengthen each other. We lift each other up. Let's take this moment, this unexpected national spotlight on Shabbos, and use it to elevate our own Shabbos observance. Even one small step, even 1 hour unplugged, even one meal with family with all phones and gadgets away. And may our beloved country, the United States of America, continue to shine as a beacon of freedom and blessing for us all. I wish you a good Shabbos. Chazak, chazak, v'nischazek.